Nabeel Nowairah, who is a research associate at the Gulf International Forum in Washington. Hi, Nabeel, it's good to see you. Saudi Arabia denies the aircraft was shot down, rather saying it crashed. So my first question to you is, do you believe Houthi rebels have the weaponry to shoot down fighter jets?
Yes, they do. Actually, we have seen over the past few years increasing military power of the Houthis. Today, the Houthis have released footage of downing the aircraft in Al-jouf. And actually, the Houthis were able to do so before. So this is not something surprising. In the end, actually, now the Saudi-led coalition is trying to cover up for this, but I think eventually they would acknowledge that the aircraft was shot down by the Houthis.
And as we mentioned, Houthi-led media is saying that coalition killed at least 31 people supposedly after this incident happened. And at the Munich Security Conference, Saudi Arabia's Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farhan said his country is still committed to back-channel peace talks with the Houthis and that all parties should help reach a political settlement to Yemen's war. Your thoughts?
Yes, actually, it's very clear that Saudi Arabia wants out of Yemen. In about 40 years, we will enter the 6th year of this war. Saudi Arabia, I would say, has failed to achieve the objective or the main objective of the war, which is restoring the legitimacy of Hadi government, as they publicly say. Faisal bin Farhan's statement today, I think, is very interesting. You know, on the same or one day after shutting down a Saudi fighter, they say that they are committed to peace talks with the Houthis, and he also said that it's progressing, which I think that before the end of the year, we will see something out that will result in de-escalation in the war in Yemen, or even maybe the end of the Saudi military intervention in Yemen. It has been clear for almost all parties that they want the end of the war in the country. And as soon as we see any agreement between Saudi Arabia and the Houthis, this will be followed by Yemeni comprehensive negotiations, which I think will not be very challenging because the main parties of the war will have reached by then an agreement. And here I mean the Houthis and Saudi Arabia. I think that before the end of the year, before even the coming November, before G20 summit in Saudi Arabia, will make sure that there is a clear de-escalation, if not the end of the war in Yemen. And they actually have stated before that they are committed to a political solution in Yemen, and they know at this point that they cannot do any military advancement. And they need to recognize the Houthi as an important party in the future of any Yemeni government, at least in the north of Yemen.
All right, we completely appreciate you sharing your thoughts on this. That's Nabeel Nowairah coming to us there from Washington. Thanks again, sir.